Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So if you look at my screen, you notice that this is a trade I took on NZD card, and this is 4 hour time frame. See, when I told you that one thing with this forex thing, if you can be able to identify structure and then study structure very well, understand how liquidity work, liquidity sweep, and all that, and your confirmation entry, trust me, you have at least 80% win rate. Okay, just take a look at this setup now. This is 4 hour time frame. Let's go to daily. Then I will show you what I saw before I took that trade. So on daily, as you can see clearly, price was coming down, right? Then I saw this was the last lower low and this was the last lower high. Which this was our last break of structure here and market structure shifts from here, right? And then we still go ahead having a break of structure, and then this becomes our what? This becomes our higher high and this becomes our higher low. I will have another higher high and another higher low. Then I came down here. Price came here to sweep this higher low that was here. And then price don't be giving us a double low at this point. And then we have another breakout structure here. And then this becomes our higher high. This becomes our higher low. Price came back and tapped into it. And then I take this buy here again. And then price give me a breakout structure, came back to tap into this other block again, I took the trade again, have another breakout structure, which is a higher high and a higher, and I have this internal liquidity here. So coming down on the 4 hour, this is where everything was cleared. This is where everything was very, very, very clear. So I decided to take this trade on 4 hours. So from here, as you can clearly see, this is where price tapped into FVG, clear liquidity here, tapped into this FVG, giving us another new higher high. And coming down to take out this liquidity that was here, tap into this other block, and then as you can see, clearing. When I spot this internal liquidity, I noticed that price will definitely come to this level again. As you can see, price came back and cleared this liquidity. And from here now, do you know that some people they'll mark this level as their last break of structure, and then they'll be having a change of character from here, mark this level here as a change of character and still continue marking breakout structure and then be thinking of buying. As you can see, price will take them out if they are selling at this point. Because if you mark this level as your change of character, that means you have been planning to sell above, which your entry is just going to be my take profit. As you can see, I have TP1 and TP2, and TP1 has been smashed, waiting for TP2 to know what will happen. So basically, this is how to read in market structure and identify liquidity and all that. So as you can see, I hold this trade for a few days, but I'm very glad that I was able to hold this trade. As you can see, trade is moving very, very well. TP1 has been smashed, and then waiting for TP2 from here break even. So that is it. So it's not that always hard. Do you understand? Calm down, understand, study with this. You might think structure is something that everybody, you might think structure is a basic thing and you understand it very well until you start going on the charts. Because trust me, after this breakout structure here, a lot of people will mark this level, will mark this place here as their breakout structure here. And then they will be thinking of having another block from where I'm having my TP1 here, from here now. They might be probably marking this level here as their other block. Having this level here, where liquidity is still, this is also a liquidity. But taking a trade here is very kind of risky because there's a liquidity above here where price is coming back here now to clear this liquidity here. Do you understand? So having this other block here, having this change of character here and having this other block here for a sell is kind of risky because basically you don't understand how structure work. Do you understand? Because if you understand how structure work, we know that this was never a change of character. Do you understand? We have liquidity in between. You have liquidity below here, as you can see. And for people that will mark this level here now, be waiting to take a buy from this point here now. This is not a valid. This other block is not valid because price has tapped into it. Do you understand? This is the value one. Since price has mitigated this other block, this automatically becomes what? Liquidity. Do you understand? So you don't have other block here. You don't have market structure. You don't have um change of character here as well. And you're not going to be having another block above. Do you understand? You're not going to be having another block above because this was never a change of character. Do you understand? This was just internal structure, which is liquidity, right? We were waiting for price to clear this and then tab, and that is exactly what price did, as you can see. This was a very, very clean setup. I got on NZD card. So that is basically it's keeping things simple. If you really want to know more about trading or more about my strategy, I trade SMC. Do to send me a DM so we can trade together. All right. Bye bye.